What's up, guys? It's Sobi TV. Today's video, I'm going to show you, it's going to be a resource guide for Last Oasis. I know some people are struggling where to find certain resources, where are some items, how do you get certain resources. So this video, I'm just going to kind of cover as much as possible, and then I'll probably do a follow-up video later because hard zones are coming out tomorrow, later this afternoon sometime. And I know there's still new players picking up the game, so some things people can't figure out, and there's not a lot of information out for the game right now. So I'm going to start from the top of my list. I got a list right here, and we're just going to cover everything. Might be a little longer video later. Hopefully I can put a little footnotes in for each spot, and you can click to the corresponding spot if you're looking for something in particular. So right off the bat, we're going to start with fiber. As you can see, fiber is right here. You can pick fiber up with, a sickle. You can get the advanced sickle, and you can get fiber right here. One in particular I wanted to show you right off the bat that I know some people struggle with is Beeswax, okay? And they don't see them. And if you didn't know they're there, you wouldn't know. So Beeswax is right there. You see the bee's nest up there? You're going to have to grapple and get up there to get the beeswax. And then you just pick it. Okay, so that's beeswax. Beeswax are in trees. See the bees? You can hear the bees right there. There's your beeswax right there. Next thing I want to show you is Rupu Pelts, okay? Rupu Pelts are really easy. You get those from killing the monkeys. It's something you can't craft those, so they're kind of hard. If you get Rupu Pelts, you want to store those in a safe spot because you use those for a lot of mats, in a lot of mat crafting stuff. So go ahead and throw those, and you can't just harvest those somewhere. The one after that I want to talk about is Earthwax. Earthwax is a very, very important resource. It's a little bit harder to get when you first start now, but the few ways to get Earthwax is you can hit a rock and you will get Earthwax every once in a while. Let's see if I get lucky and pick up an Earthwax here. Probably not. But the other way, there's two other ways you can get Earthwax right now. You can put palm leaves into the stomping station and produce Earthwax, and you can also put mushroom flesh, which are these things, into the stomping station to get Earthwax. Now I'm going to show you what the mushroom flesh looks like on the ground, so you know what you're looking for. And there's usually some all over down here, so let me go run over and try to find some quick for you guys. There's some right up there. I see it already. So right up here is the Earthwax, the mushrooms. And you're just going to hit it with a hatchet. And you get your mushroom flesh. Same thing with the qualities, though. If you get a quality one, you're going to probably want to stash it in a certain spot so you can save it for later usage. Fiber weave you can get off of another resource that some people fiber weave. You can get that off the monkeys, the Rupus. You can also craft fiber weave in your station. I'll run over and show you that right now. And you can see that. So if you guys have any questions while I'm doing this, you can jot a little note down, leave a comment below, and I'll try to go over it a little more for you. I know this video is going to be a little longer, so feel free to do whatever you want if you have any questions. So what is it? This one right here. Is it this one? Yeah, this one right here. You can craft the fiber weave. Okay. So you can make fiber weave. It's not as important, so if you get like the Rupu Pelts and stuff, you want to stash that away, a little bit harder to get. So the next one is Rupu Gel. Rupu Gel is very important because that's what you use for your fire arrows. And you really, from my experience, you only really get them from investigating the totem poles inside the little Rupu camps. Sometimes you get them from breaking those pots and stuff. I can't remember offhand if I ever looted them off of the monkeys or not, but you get those off these totem towers right here. You run up and you hit E on them, and you can get them off of this thing. So you run up and hit E, hit F. Oh, I got a lot of monkeys on me. Oh. Let me kill all these monkeys first. Die! Damn! Oh, this one's being a pain in the ass. It's blocking everything I hit at him. Oh wow! There we go. Jesus Christ. Some of those monkeys are a pain in the ass to loot. Oh, by the way, if you're ever trying to loot something in the water and you can't get it, you just use your mouse wheel. When you see the loot rupee, you just use the mouse wheel and you can go up and loot the box, you know, your loot. So you just use the mouse wheel and go up. So anyway, as I was saying, to get the towers here, you just run up to them and you can get the Rupu Gels. You can smash the little pots right there and you will get them from there. Most of the time you usually get them from here. Say Rupu Gel. And that is it for that. That's very important. You get those from fire arrow. You use those for fire arrows and other stuff. You use the fire arrows to break into like the bigger reinforced boxes. So that is very good to keep. While I'm right here, I just want to show you one quick thing. You see these vines right here. These vines are the Rupu Vines. You can use a sickle on these and get way more. So don't just pick those things because you won't get that many if you pick them. Okay, so use a sickle on those and you get a shitload more. Especially do it because if you get a quality one, you're going to really want those quality ones later if you try to upgrade your stations, okay? So save anything that's quality. Oh, by the way, also glass is another resource. You can get glass from those little towers right there. So go ahead and save any glass because it's something you're going to use as a common resource. Rope. Rope is the next one. Rope's pretty easy to get. You can get rope from cattails. You can produce rope with cattails and something else if I'm not mistaken. So these are what cattails looks like. They're usually in watery zones. If you look in, usually cattails are located in these little pools right here where there's water. FYI, so that's what cattails look like. I showed you guys what mushrooms look like. Palm leaves, you can get palm leaves out in like the desert from those palm trees. You hit them, you know, you can get palm leaves. And then I want to show you how for wood shafts quick, because you can get wood shafts also from Rupus, but you can craft them in your woodworking station. So put your fiber and your wood in here and you can get wood shafts. This is an upgrade quality station, so I can get, you know, quality wood shafts. You just got to put quality materials in there. And one of the other big thing I'm going to run up and show you guys right now is bone splinters. I've seen a lot of new players not know what bone splinters look like, and I've been trying to find bone splinters and they can't do it for some reason. So I'm going to ride my little thing up here and show you guys what the bone splinters look like. Oh, while we're right here and I heard something. Oh, here it is. You can get hide from killing these things. You just smack it and then you hit it with a hatchet and you'll be able to get hide. Unfortunately though, this game is really fucking broken and they kind of fixed it. Sometimes you can hit them, sometimes you can't. Supposedly they fixed it in the patch where you can hit them a lot more today. It does work a lot better than it used to. So let me drive up here quick in my stiletto and show you guys what the bone splinters look like. So if you're a new player, you know what you're looking for. So we'll have a little path, the journey here, whatever you want to call it. It should only take about like 25 seconds to get up here. And you can see, usually the mushrooms, there's tons of mushrooms in this valley. So if you need like Earthwax and stuff, I think it takes 10 mushrooms to produce one Earthwax. So usually in the areas like where all the water is, you'll find tons of mushrooms for your Earthwax. You can use palm leaves though too to produce Earthwax, so keep that in mind. You can use palm leaves, mushrooms, and you can use a pickaxe on the rocks and sometimes get it. But you don't really get Earthwax too much from the rocks. It's not as often. It's much easier to use mushrooms to get Earthwax. And there should be some bone splinters right up here that I can show you guys. Come on, we're getting there. Oh, right here's the aloe. I mentioned earlier aloe vera. That's what these things are right here. It literally look like kind of what they do in real life a little bit. But these are the aloe veras. You can pick those or you can use a sickle on them and you get a lot more with the sickle. And I just saw a bone splinter over there. So I'm going to run over and show you guys that. So if you need bone splinters, they look like that little horn thing right there. See the horn? That's bone splinters. So if you guys are looking for bone splinters, that's what they look like right here. And you can use a hatchet on those and get that. Come on, pull my hatchet out and you can see those are your bone splinters right there. And I think the last thing I wanted to show you guys, pearls. Pearls you can get from clams. They're usually located in this area right here. So if you need pearls or something, this is ideally where you want to get them. And then one of the last things I wanted to show you guys well, two things actually. Red bananas, which I'll show you when I get back to my base, and I wanted to show you how to make Nomad Cloth and bone glue quick, just so for people that are new and don't have an idea that you need to use a crafting station. I just want to show you that quick, and then we'll be done with this little long video for resources, which I think the 10 minutes for a resource video in Last Oasis is a little excessive, but currently the wiki isn't really too useful. It's all right. It's like half filled out, and that's obviously because the game just came out, you know, like a week ago, and you know, people haven't been playing this game that long. So once I get the base here, I'm going to show you Nomad Cloth. You can make that in one of the other stations that you can craft, and I'll show you that here in about 10 seconds or so. We're almost back to the base here, boys. We'll get there, boys and girls, I should say. All right, we're pulling up. Also, these little things here are rupee slings, man. They're really good for defense. Very easy to break if they know where they're at, you know. So you kind of want to try to hide them if you're using rupee slings. Okay, so right here is my base. I'm gonna show you how to make Nomad Cloth. So you can make Nomad Cloth in your advanced fiber working station. It takes 18 cotton or 12 Earthwax, or you can do 50 cattails and 1 bone glue. So those bone splinters I just showed you are one of the things that you use to make Nomad Cloth. And it also takes cattails, which you get out in the water, which I showed you already. And then that will make your Nomad Cloth. Nomad Cloth is really important because it's a requirement for a lot of your weapons. See, this one here takes 2 Nomad Cloth, and your armor and stuff, and some of your crafting stations require better weapons and stuff. So Nomad Cloth is very important. And then I wanted to show you what glass. This is glass. As I said, you get those off Rupus. Sometimes you get them when you investigate. Sometimes you get them from breaking pots. That's what your glass looks like. Those are the Rupu Gels. This is the red banana. I know the red bananas, if I'm not mistaken, you use them for your potions. There's a potion that requires a red banana to craft or something, if I'm not mistaken. But you use the red bananas for something. I've been just stashing them away. I can't remember. Oh, and the huge cactus fruit. I forgot to mention that. The huge cactus fruit are on the top of the trees, kind of like the beeswax. You see these like mushroom-looking trees, and they're huge. They're like normal trees. Like they look like huge redwood trees, but they're mushroom-shaped. And at the top of those, you'll see these giant red fruits, and you grapple up and you pick them. Same thing as the beeswax when you want to get the beeswax. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any other questions, if I skip something, if something is wrong, because they might change something, feel free to leave a comment below. And as always, I try to stream as much as possible. Stop over to my Twitch. Make sure you throw me a follow on that. If you got that Twitch Prime, feel free to throw me that Twitch Prime. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'm just a little lowly streamer, YouTube content creator over here. So anything that you can throw my way is very appreciative. So that is it, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you have a stellar afternoon, day, whatever. And remember, the hard zones come out today, which is the 8th. Have a good day, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. See you later. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment below, like always. See you later, guys.